was first. Okay, if you know. Okay.
Hi, I'm Judith Birnbaum. Thank you very much for this opportunity to hear the public's input. And that's certainly kind of part of my frustration is that the Board of Education does not seem to have that same openness. I wanted to know your opinion on how our school system budget is used and those resources, which are a big part of the overall county budget, particularly the recently approved contract of our superintendent, who has a lot of criticism. Well, I personally have a lot of concerns as a lifelong resident and somebody who is a product of our school system to see the public shut out, to see her push her contract through without public discussion and with a lot of really, frankly, shady practices. She gave herself an increase to $275,000, which I believe is about $100,000 more than you make, sir. And I think, I mean, running the county, running the school system, you have to kind of wonder why that is going to get pushed through without any discussion and voted on before discussion. And there's just a lot of concerns with how the Board of Ed is conducting themselves these days. A lot of ethics concerns, a lot of concerns about mishandling things, including racism at Mount Hebron High School, including mold in Glenwood Middle School. It's a very long list of things, bullying, denying public information requests. It's very upsetting to me as a resident, and I know that the school system, operates a bit separately, but since it is county funds, I'm curious what your position is on all of those things.
No, thank you very much, and you certainly have expressed what I think quite a few people in the community feel. A few things I'll say right away. You're right, when you talk about the school system, it is separate. It's a separate elected body, seven elected by the citizens of Howard County. They represent you just like I do, and they work for you just like I do. Dealing with the contract, I don't think it's appropriate to say that she gave herself the raise just because technically it's the school system. I mean, the Board of Education voted for it. And I know that was probably something they discussed for a long time, probably in closed session because it was a probably personnel issue. I am concerned about what happened today. And I'll be totally honest, I've told board members this as well. I was concerned when I heard that there were apparently efforts to bring people to sit down in the seats when other people couldn't sit there. That bothers me. Certainly, everybody here who is in here, I don't tell anybody they can't come, and I don't tell anybody, hey, I didn't tell my people in my office to come here and sit down in the front row so no one asks me a bad question. Right, Judy George? So I think it's important to have that openness, and I think it's important that you should be able to stand in front of people who disagree with you as well as people who agree with you. And you shouldn't worry if you believe you're doing the right thing, it doesn't matter. I mean, people should be able to stand in front of you and criticize you, and if you still think you're doing the right thing, you try to explain to them why you're doing the right thing, and if they don't agree with you, frankly, that's what elections are all about. And so, so I do have concerns about that. I will tell you that I did have a discussion with Dr. Foos today and also with the Chairman O'Connor on a different issue on the issue of air quality. And what I have done, and we provide her with a letter today in the Board of Education, is that because of the issue of the concerns about air quality, we have offered, and we've been looking at this for a while to find out the cost to make sure, we've offered to have the county at our own cost go in and inspect and test the air quality of schools. I think we've done that because well, first of all, I want to say, I do think that they've done work on Glenwood that has been good. I've been to Glenwood, I've talked to people, I've talked to teachers. I think the Glenwood Middle School is better. I really do. I've talked to teachers there that aren't talking to me because the school system told them to. So I think that was done, and I appreciate the fact that it was done. But there's still concerns of other places. So I think that it makes sense for having an independent. The county and whoever we hire would not be at all tied to the school system. And so I think it's something, and I'm hopeful that the superintendent and the Board of Education will agree to that, because I think what's important to also realize is I can't do that without them agreeing. Because again, it's a state facility, it's state-owned, and I respect the fact that they are a separately elected body and they control those state buildings that I don't have control over. All I can do is offer. And so we've made that offer today. We had a good discussion on the phone before I did, actually. I called her before I sent her a letter. And so I think that I'm hopeful that they'll agree to do that. And I think that hopefully will bring some trust back if we have an independent, county-funded consultant go and check on the air quality. But I agree with you about the concerns about some of the communications, and especially the one meeting you're talking about. When I saw the email on the social media, that concerned me. And so I think that we need to make sure that everybody knows that they're available and they're open, because we work for you. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.